If your strategy works very well on paper after backtesting it, then why are you not yet profitable? This is a tricky situation most traders find themselves in, but in this video, I'm going to be sharing exactly what you should be focusing on, whether you should be focusing more on your trading strategy or your trading psychology. Now, this video has 5 parts to it, and in the 5th part, I'll be sharing with you what's going to move you faster to profitability. Now, maybe if I could ask you a question in the comments, every time your trade hits stop loss, what do you blame first, your strategy or your mindset? Let me know in the comments. And in case you find this video helpful, please like the video, share it with someone, because you never know, this might be the video that actually changes everything, maybe for your friend out there. So let's get into this. Now, in this first part, let's define these major 2 pillars when it comes to trading profitability. Now, when it comes to strategy, this is basically a way you're going to actually be approaching the market to basically analyze and be able to either enter or exit the market. So basically, when it comes to your strategy, you are looking at past data and basically getting to see the previous patterns, and it's from these previous patterns and data that you're actually able to come up with a strategy that you're going to actually be able to use to be able to trade in the future. So basically, this is what the strategy is. So this could involve your entry, how you exit, in terms of maybe your stop loss and take profit. But then when it comes to your trading psychology, this is all about the mindset. How do you emotionally trade when it comes to, let's say, if greed overpowers you in the market, how do you react to this? If, let's say, you want to overtrade, or maybe you want to revenge trade, how do you react to this? So these emotions are what actually are encompassed when it comes to actually your trading psychology. So how do you react when you've actually faced these psychological blocks, when they try to actually mentally overpower you? So how are you going to react to them? So basically, this is the distinction between these 2 major trading pillars. I don't know if you know this, but most beginner traders obsess a lot with their strategy, and this is very common. They spend almost 90% of their time actually learning a new strategy and, trying to perfect it. But I'm here to tell you that strategy is not everything, because I've seen many of them try to have the perfect strategy. They want the best indicator out there. They obsess a lot when it comes to the strategy, but they actually ignore the very important thing, which is their mental side. When it comes to trading, your mental side or your psychology is very important to your trading. If you don't have your psychology in check, trust me, you cannot be able to make money in these markets, because you can have the best strategy. I'm telling you, you can have the best strategy but still fail to actually make money from the markets, because all those other mental problems are going to come over you. Maybe you lose a trade and you go on this spiral of actually revenge trading, and you end up actually blowing your account. So you don't want to be this type of trader. I'll tell you how powerful trading psychology is, because let's face it, if you, let's say, are one of those greedy traders, or maybe fear always overcomes you, and let's say you fail to enter a trade. For example, you've gone on, let's say, 5 trade losing streak, and then you hesitate on that 6th trade, and guess what? That's the trade actually that ends up going to maybe your TP. But remember, you failed to actually enter the trade because you had the fear, and you failed to enter the trade. But that's the trade that actually would have, gotten you out of that drawdown that you're currently in. So if you have these problems on you, you can never become profitable. I've worked with traders that have some of the best strategies, but they can't simply make money, simply because they've never mastered themselves. When it comes to trading, you must master yourself. You must learn about yourself first, in terms of, let's say, how you react. If price is, let's say, in drawdown, how do you react to this? If price is, let's say, moving in your direction, how do you react to this emotionally? So what I found to be very working for me is for you to try and actually become robotic. If you need to actually, detach your feelings from the markets, and this can best be done using a trading plan. You must have a plan in place that, let's say, if I'm in profits, this is how I'm going to actually, do things. Maybe this is how I'm going to actually take my profits. If I'm in drawdown, this is exactly how I'm going to actually react. This is the level I'm actually willing to get out of this market. So you need to have these in place before you actually even enter the market. So the more detached your emotions are on that particular trade, the better you're going to actually be able to execute that trade very well. I'm telling you, if you start doing this, so basically what I'm trying to say here is that get a trading plan. You must have a plan, exactly how you're going to be trading. This is what's going to separate you from the other 90% that actually keep losing money in these markets. You need to actually do things differently. Now, as a trader, you must understand that it's never about psychology versus strategy. It's never about this. It's about having a strategy that is actually powered by your psychology. Hope this makes good sense to you. So basically what I mean here is that the strategy will give structure to your trading, but then the psychology, it's what is going to give you the consistency in the market. If you need consistency, you must have good psychology. So basically for you to improve your psychology, there's a lot of content out there, especially like here on the channel. I teach this a lot, but again, you can actually go out there and search about this psychology content, maybe on YouTube as well. There are books out there that you can actually read to better your psychology. So go out there and improve yourself, because if you don't constantly improve your psychology, trust me, you cannot be able to make money from these markets. And as well, if you need success as a trader, strategy should only be 30% of your trading, and the other 70%, in my opinion, should be your psychology. You need to really master your psychology, because this is what's going to make you a profitable trader. Now, if you really want to become strong in both these areas, this is exactly what I would recommend you do. When it comes to your strategy, please go out there, get a solid strategy and backtest it. I always recommend you backtest your strategy with at least 100 trades. This is the minimum number of trades that I believe will give you a clear picture of exactly how your strategy is actually going to perform in the live markets. Now, once you've backtested it, I also need you to forward test it, maybe on demo, for at least a month. This will allow you to actually master the execution on your strategy. And then once you've done this, this is the only time you can actually go with it into the live markets, maybe with a small trading account. So that's exactly how you need to do it when it comes to your strategy. But then when it comes to your psychology, you need to journal. Keep journaling. Let's say if you've taken a loss in the market, please put it down. If you've taken a win, put it down. Then what are the kinds of emotions you've gone through? Let's say when that trade was on, try and journal everything as it happens as you trade. And then of course, as I earlier mentioned, you need to have a plan in place, have a trading plan, because this is going to remove all those impulsive ways that you maybe must be having at the moment. So you're going to stop being that impulsive trader, because you'll have a checklist that, let's say for me to enter a trade, A, B, C, D must happen first before I actually enter that particular trade. So you're going to actually have a solid plan that you follow every time you're about to enter the market. Now, once you build these habits, you'll be amazed by how you're going to change as a trader, because this is what every pro trader out there, every successful, every profitable trader, this is exactly how they do things. So if you really want to become part of the 10% that actually constantly make money in the markets, this is exactly what you need to do. And again, if you found this video helpful, then I'm sure you're going to find this next video helpful as well, where I basically share with you the 4 fees that actually brokers keep leaving on you, and maybe you don't even know this is happening. So check out that video. It will definitely be able to help you.